All right then, today I am in Virgin, Utah, and the reason that I'm here is to get my first look at the XL 470 from Zipkit Homes. There's actually 20 of them sitting over here and they're in the middle of setting them up, but I'm gonna say in a couple months' time, this is a place that people will be able to come and rent them out by the night. And if you haven't noticed, the entire area is quite scenic, so I would highly recommend. Keep in mind as I go through here, they are not done setting these up. They're nice enough to let me come through. So picture it landscaped, picture it furnished, and just use your imagination because they tried to put this off, but I wanted to be able to give the first look, so here we are. Let's go check it out. This place is called, or will be called, the Riv Zion, and I have been granted access to cabin 3 of 20. I haven't even been in it yet, so I don't know the current state of affairs inside. Let me see. Looks like there might be a bit of staging, but this comes from Cedar City, Utah, as I mentioned, Zipkit Homes. They're 470 model. I alluded to it in another video. I'll get to the pricing at the end, but yeah, let's check this thing out. You know, I think I'm gonna start this off by going all the way around because it's available and I haven't seen what's out the back yet, so let's check it out. They've got the metal siding combined with, I'm guessing this is the WPC siding from Zipkit, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Okay, so are there views out the back? Yes, yes there are. Oh, and some yurts or something, teepees. Look at this, that's kind of cool too. All right, so they got the mini split units on the outside here at the back, and it looks like they've got some facing backwards, some facing forwards. We'll continue down this way and head inside. So these windows up here, I think, are into the living room, and they've got the 4-foot covered porch. I think that's 4 feet on the front. So the 470 is a little under 12 feet wide. It's 11 foot 8 wide by 44 feet long, which gives it a footprint of about 500 square feet. I'm just gonna slip my shoes off here. So as you enter into the home, the first place that you land is the living room. And yes, those windows were into the living room, but let's take a look out the front because almost a full wall of windows on the front and you're taking in the view of the hill over there, which is kind of cool. So check out the high ceilings in here. And let's move down into the kitchen. So we have got a bank of drawers there. This is a full kitchen. Look at that. They've got a full-size dishwasher. They've got the stove, microwave, and plenty of counter space. So we've got on either side of the microwave, geez Louise, they've already got glasses in here. They might be closer than I originally thought to opening this place up because the inside is pretty much done. So let's check it out. We've got, I believe these are granite countertops, or sorry, quartz. Looks like quartz. You got this corner section over there, almost an appliance garage and a place for knives apparently. Open shelving right here with the tile behind, and then a spot for a few decorative pieces of art. Okay, stainless steel fridge, and this definitely isn't even a mid-size fridge. I'm gonna call this a full-size fridge. So you got the top fridge section, cool zone, check that out. And then below that, 2 freezer drawers. How are you? Above, as normal, we've got a cabinet for storing whatever you want to store up above. Here, look at this. So we've got a set of steps going up to the loft, and this is a point of contention for people, not the steps, but people typically, if there is a loft, they don't want to go up a ladder. So this is something that I really like that Zipkit's doing, is they're putting a proper set of stairs to access a loft. So up here, they've got 2 single beds, And if the plan serves me right, we should have storage around here. Look at that. You know, if someone wasn't claustrophobic, you could almost put a thin foamy or mattress in there and sleep another person. Probably wouldn't be for me because I'd be worried about hitting my head. They've got a couple built-ins on either side of the TV, which is kind of nice. And of course, the window over there. Let me scooch, get back to the stairs, and we'll head down. So one of the things I was warned of before I got here was they're running the fiber optic cable into the back bedroom, so it's going to be torn apart. As you can see, by torn apart, they've got the access open to down below into the crawl space. So just use your imagination. People know what a bed looks like when it's not off its frame. Picture that, would you? Above the bed, we've got a window on the side wall, and then behind this, it looks like there's some built-ins for storage, for suitcases, and all that good stuff. Mini split in the bedroom, and then I'll turn around and head into the bathroom. So vanity, let's see what we got. We've got 2 drawers on the right there, one right under the sink, and then open shelf down below. Perfect spot for extra toilet paper. That's what I would put there anyway. Above, we've got the mirror. There's me. Hi, how are you? And we've got a window that opens and a walk-in shower with the glass door. Pretty nice. All right, there we go. Quick look at the shower. I wonder what they've got under the steps for storage. Let's take a quick look. So under the steps, maybe hot water tank. Any guesses? Yes. So they've got the 38-gallon hot water tank right there. And then you've got a little bit of a spot there to put brooms or whatever else you want to put under the stairs. So there you have it. The XL470 from Zipkit Homes, available to rent here at the Riv, or will be available to rent at the Riv. And what better way to try out a prefab home than to come to Zion, do a little bit of hiking, rent an ATV, and whatever else you do here. I don't really know, but I do know the views are amazing. So if you're looking to try something out, this might be the place to do it. Here's a look at the floor plan, and right away you'll probably notice there's a big difference within the kitchen. So this must have had some custom details, which is good to know because it tells us that Zipkit is open to customization. The kitchen on the floor plan is much smaller than the home toured, so let me know which one you prefer. From there, you've got the bathroom, then the bedroom at the back, and of course, we've got the loft up the set of stairs. If you need more time with the plan, feel free to pause it here, and if not, we're moving on. So I sat down to talk about pricing, and then I realized what I sat on was actually a pull-out couch. So for sleeping arrangements at the Riv here in cabin 3, they've got the pull-out couch, enough for 2. They've got the 2 single beds up in the loft, and then in the back bedroom there, that's either a king or a queen. I couldn't really tell because it was on its side, so that the people could access the crawl space and run the fiber optics in. Fiber optics in a rental, that's pretty nice. Okay, as far as pricing from Zipkit goes, this home is on their website with a base price of $126,500. The loft is optional. You've got delivery on top of that. And then of course you've got your on-site work such as the foundation and running services to wherever the home's gonna be. So they've got some of that extra information on their website. If you wanna check that out, feel free to do it. I'll put the link for that down below in the description, and I'll also put the link for the Riv at Zion because it's a pretty cool location. Every direction you look, you've got a different view to take in. And if I'm going on vacation, as you might have noticed, I like to stay in a prefab home. So it's available if you want it, take it or leave it. That's all I've got for today. Hope you enjoyed this quick tour of the XL470 here at the Riv Zion. It'll be available to rent, I'm guessing, in months, if not weeks. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.